It's so hard for people to change because they have to give up on their values. Everything that they believe, everything they formed an identity around, they now have to give up. They have to change everything that they were thinking, everything that they realized, all of the epiphanies that they had, all of the learning. They have to recontextualize everything. That's the problem. You have to actually let your old self go away into the vast wilderness of non-existence, and then you become someone else. But that process is grueling, is painful, because you now have to recalculate everything in your life. Are you doing the right things? Are you on the right track? Are you really as successful as you should be? These are the questions that you would ask yourself. No matter what you do, once that change happens, there will be a little bit of a dip, and you will be like shocked or a little bit sad or angry, or you will feel a multitude of emotions, a cocktail of good and bad emotions. You wouldn't really understand what was going on until it passes, until you realize that you have truly left that person that you were behind. And it is as if you are mourning. Whenever you are really losing your identity, your old shell that is not really useful anymore, it is always this lull, this small dip in your energy. You will start to feel, for no reason, a little bit frustrated, a little bit antsy, a little bit just sad and depressed sometimes. And you wouldn't understand it because just a few days before, you were the happiest that you've been in your entire life. And yet something changed. And yet something has changed. And you don't understand yet what it was. But at some point, you start to realize, oh, I've become another person, and now I have to accustom myself to the new behaviors that I have, to really consider and reconsider every belief that I've formed over the years, and reorganize the entire lens that I see the world. The entire perspective that I have about the world has to change now. Everything. Because I am now seeing the world through different eyes, from different perspectives. But this only happens if you truly have a huge change in your life. You take a decision to change, and you take a decision to actually do those things in order to change. And soon enough, well, in the future, in a few months or years, then you will change. At some point, that old self will disappear completely. And you will feel that rupture. You will feel that you've lost something. It's like looking for your keys and then realizing, oh, they were always in my pocket, but I didn't check. It's that exact same feeling. You go mad. You don't understand why. Do you feel a little bit distant from yourself? Why do you feel a little bit really on edge or unfocused for a few days, even though whenever you are doing things, it doesn't really feel like you are unfocused, but you have a general malaise that you are feeling. And that is because you have changed. Of course, that's only and only if you actually took action to change, massive amounts of action. But it does happen. You have a period where after you've been happy for a long time, you get to a little bit of a slope. And that slope doesn't mean that you have to be sad. It's just the realization. Your mind is preparing you for the fact that you have to say goodbye to the old self and to how you were feeling about yourself and all of the beliefs that you had, and lose the old perspective, and for the last time give you a little bit of a taste of how it was. And afterwards, you can become and be joyful and happy with the person that you've become.